Hey folks, Rob here. How's it going? I don't even know what I'm going to say. I just pushed record. Out here moving the sheep today. They're behind me, as you can see in the little intro front. Put a natural remedy in them. It's not working as well as I want. We might have to go to an injection and do that route. We figured out what parasite it is. Essentially, it's a tapeworm. With sheep, it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. It's not the best, but we'll do something to relieve this parasite out of the sheep. I'm looking at a few things and we're going to go from there. Probably go call a vet and get a 100% agreement and go from there. Hope you're having a good start of the week. As the week starts out, we've had a lot of crazy news going on in the world, and sometimes I find that, happiness and joy is brought by watching your sheep eat grass. Hearing them tear that up, that's great. And, we're starting to run out of grass. We were told by June we're going to run out here this month. We'll be done. Got 50 bales coming today from the neighbor. He had 103 available to me. It's just I can't swing it right now because we got something new coming to the homestead, farm, whatever you want to call it. And you'll see that in a video here probably next week. And it should help out. It might not help out immediate, but it will help out. We're talking also about maybe doing piglets next winter. Or, I'm sorry, next spring. Maybe getting a couple gilts or a couple sows, AI, and raise some piglets for sale. We're kind of thinking of that. We'd probably move them to the back. Here. The back side there. I'll kind of walk there as I go. Walk through the pasture. Over there is like a point. You can't really see it. And over there's a little indentation. But the property line is pretty close over there. Like it's only a couple feet in from what I've been told yesterday. The guy I'm getting hay from, he originally owned this and bought this off of the lady right before she passed. But you can see how the path is still worn pretty good from them walking down here. This doesn't grow in. I'm going to have to probably go put the small cultivator on the John Deere 530 and run it down the path and rip it up. Then maybe come out here with the old disc harrow and maybe plant seed next year. I'll probably actually maybe just leave it till spring, see what happens. When we're getting back here in the back, there's no real black walnuts back here, which is a good thing for the sense of the pigs, so they won't be eating them. And it also allows growth of other plants around. But right about here is even with that point. So that's pasture that I mowed and it's starting to come back. This was all like swampy when we first got the place. And the grass was super tall, like over there. That's like 5 foot tall, 6 foot tall right now. But that should die off here, and then I can go in there with the still weed eater with the metal blade and chop the dead stuff down. But we got some birch trees, that's a hickory tree, I believe, right there. There's some hickories in here, some maples. Might be an ash tree, actually. Get back in here. There's a lot of pin oaks in here. Let's see. There's an ash tree that ain't looking so hot. There's another hickory right here, which actually that ain't a bad tree. It's kind of a nice tree right there in the back. And there's another right there. Oh, who's going by? Someone's going by. I don't know if I can get it in time. Oh, there he goes. I don't know who that is. Huh. Yeah, there's a nice hickory, I'm pretty sure. But this area here is kind of like an open area. There's some rocks and whatever. But there's not a lot of growth here right now. And I probably need to trim out some trees. Probably trim out some trees here and make this a little bit better. I see some scat from some animal. Probably a groundhog more than anything. We have a lot of groundhogs around here. No, Puxatani Phil. The day that never ends. There's an old fire pit back here, but I can pen that off so they don't get in that area. But I'm looking here and boy, that's probably a big hickory tree. Let me find out. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Yep, shagbark hickory. So I was right. There's quite a bit of them back here. So, I mean, they're good trees. They're good trees for smoking food. And there's some oaks here because I can see all the acorns on the ground. Oh, here's a new one. Here's a new one for the year. That's an oak tree waiting to be made. I need to come out here this fall and collect a bunch of the acorn caps, and I'll use them maybe in resin for the wood turning. That'd be kind of neat. I've seen, I believe Wolf Ridge Wood Turning did one time. He made a bowl. If I find it, I'll leave it in the description or video up there, card, something. You know, probably won't because I'm lazy. Did get a haircut. But yeah, there's a couple oaks in here. There's some hickories, some dead wood. But they could come in here and eat some of the stuff. It's a little more grown in the spring and fall. Well, I'm sorry, spring and summer. There's a lot of small growth. I just gotta watch the fungus that's back here. There's some small water channels in here that have no water in them right now, because we haven't had enough rain to fill them. But when it rains heavy, it fills them. Here, I'll flip it around. You can see that channel goes out and whatever. It's like a fire pit over there. We've never used it. But this is a channel. And it kind of comes off the field. And that is a animal path, because I don't want that. That's clearly an animal path because it probably comes out of there. That's really nice. That there is a nice trunk. One day that's gonna make a nice something, because that's burl. It's essentially root ball, but that'll be like burl, which I always look for. I always look for burl out on my property or nearby. I would only take it from a tree that's dead though. I don't want to cut down a live tree for a burl. I don't see it right. I don't think it's right. Some places I believe it's illegal. Back when I lived in Illinois, there was a tree in town that had a 3-foot burl on the side of the tree. It was huge. I eyed that up. I was always waiting for that tree to die because it's an old tree. But I'm sure all the old timers and someone's got their name and number on that one, because it was big and it was huge and it was hardwood, and it would probably be thousands of dollars worth of burl. and it would have made some of the most beautiful bowls just by how the shape was. I should have taken a picture. When I get back to town one day to see my parents, I'll drive by and take a picture of it. But yeah, we're out here in the forest, and there's some thorns and whatever, bushes. But you know, the pigs get out here early enough. If I get some piglets beginning of the season and get them going and have them come out, they could probably take care of a lot of this. I mean, it's not too bad. I'm almost to the edge there, and you can see some growth there. Oh, that's about the property line right about in there. But maybe a little bit farther. No one really knows. No one really kind of cares here. I mean, they care, but they don't. Try not to stick some thorns in me. When we moved here, they said there would be some raspberry bushes. Yeah, there's plenty of thorn bushes. There ain't no raspberries, let me tell you. Lots of hickory trees, a lot of ash, a lot of oak. And I found some. What did I find? That's right. A groundhog hole. If not more. Minks can be in it too. They'll come in. They'll burrow in there. That's a pretty good size one. That's more than likely a groundhog hole. Yeah, that's what it is. All right. Back here, the guy told me there was a post back here. The former property owner, when he subdivided it, I've mentioned it before, the original property was 22 to 23 acres. It was a decent amount, and I'd like to have it all back one day. I don't know if I'll ever get it. But as of course, you always find this. Here, hold on. The classic junk pile. Every farm's got one. If you ever go looking for a homestead or anything like that, find the junk pile. Find it quick, because you're going to find tires. Oh, there's the stake. Holy cow. There it is. Here's the property stake. Good. I guess we can call this video Finding the Property Stake. That's excellent. I'm actually pretty happy with that. So, yeah, right along this line here, so some of these trees aren't mine. I wish it was about 50 feet back. There's a black walnut in this. Actually, it's probably 50 feet. But my neighbor off to this way, he's always said that I can take a tree if I need one. You know, they know I don't have a lot of trees. And it's essentially, I was told there's about 3/4 of an acre of trees. Yeah, there is. There is. It's a thin line. But yeah, it kind of goes on some kind of angle, I've been told. But now knowing they marked it with a tire, oh geez, I'm going to get stuck with thorns. I was not dressed for this today at all. Right now I'm in Crocs with socks. That is not how you go walking through the forest. I guess that's how impromptu this is. And I just got myself good. All right. Well, let's see what else we find. Oh, there's some ferns and whatever in here. Hopefully I'm not walking on too much. Oh, hello. There's another groundhog hole. Hello. How are you? Wow. That was just dug. I need to do some with that. All right. Almost fell in that one. Yeah, I need to put a bigger stake up. But, I guess the fire pit is right on the property line, but right now I would be not on my property. But, like I said, the guy I bought the hay from, he said it's kind of okay to go back in here. He's like, you know, if you need one live tree a year, that's fine. Go ahead and take a live tree. for the next season. If you see dead trees, I can take all the dead trees I want, which pretty much thins it out for him because he's a very avid hunter. He owns property up in Alaska from what I've been told. I've also been told he hikes 5 miles in on foot, and if he gets a moose, he pulls it out by foot. That is a backwoods man of man, min of men. He does it where you watch those TV shows. He's one of those guys. But yeah. So I found that stake. The other stake's got to be over there. It's not a big deal. But hopefully one day we'll find it. And I got one good sized tree back here. One really good sized tree. This would probably be considered property right about here. So, well, there's two. We'll take a look over here. See what we got. Oh, there's another hole. Groundhogs aplenty. Nothing else better to do in this world. Dig holes. That is, let me see. Let me flip this around. I can't really see the leaves off of this baby. That is probably a maple tree. Because it's big and they grow fast. Maple trees grow crazy fast. But oh, there's a burl sardine on it. Something. Here, hold on. Whoops, dropped the phone. Right there. The elk crate burl. I don't know if it'll ever get bigger. But hey, that's on my property. But this tree will live long past me. Yeah, that is an oak tree. I'm looking at it. And the leaves, that is oak. I'll have to use my thing and see what kind of oak it is. I'm hoping it's a white oak. If it's a white oak, it will come down before I pass. But only if there's another one nearby. And there's another one right behind me, but that is a shagbark hickory. But white oaks do go after a certain amount of time. They get so big and they just die. But this thing is probably 28 inches crossed. I mean, not the root ball. The root ball is amazing. I mean, the amount of runners on it. You can see all that. I mean, that is well into the ground. This one should never come out with a windstorm. And another burl. But yeah, that's an amazing tree. Excuse me. But yeah, it's still good growth. It's probably gonna be a red maple or a red oak. Which red oaks are one of the most common and popular woods in the country. It's a nice wood. I don't get it though. I'm not a big liker of red oak. Something's back there. But yeah, this used to be all the homestead back here. I mean, that goes way back, and the next thing is a field, and that field is not part of the property. That's someone else's. But there's a decent amount of logs in here. I mean, they've never logged it out for quite a while, from what I understand. Like, I'll have to talk to my neighbor. I mean, it's been thinned out. I can tell it's been thinned out. But, I mean, the amount of growth back here. I mean, you can see plenty of big trees, or at least good trees. I mean, there's tons of lumber back here. A lot of young stuff, like right there. I mean, it's all small. I just need to come in here and thin that out. take some of the super small ones aren't doing as well, and trim those out, and then now allow some others to grow even bigger, and hopefully even bigger, and then one day someone can enjoy it. Someone can appreciate the amount of work you put in to try to create a nice area, forest, woodland area, create some good lumber, some good firewood, a natural resource. What does Mike Morgan say? Welcome to my natural resource center. I don't have much of one. It's only 3/4 of an acre. He has lots more. But if I can one day get on the rest of the land and thin it out, it'd be a nice natural resource center. And there could be a lot of stuff coming out of there. A lot of good wood. All right, let me stop this for a second. Yeah, somehow I pushed record walking around. Oh well. But hey, that's about it. I enjoyed that you took a walk with me today. I hope you watched it all. If you like this video, please smash that like button. I don't like that saying. Don't smash the button. Just press the like button. Ring the notification bell. Subscribe. See us again. I'm going to try and make better content. The more I do this, probably the more charming I will be. All right. See you later. Peace. Out of here.